Hello, my name is Dinus Mickle. That's Dinus Mickle without the in the first vowel sound. And I'm just doing something silly today. I'm going to go with my little TV show intro here. Here it comes.
It's the Dinus.info TV show. It's the Dinus.info TV show.
So if I get bored, I will be playing that for you another time. I've got a really funny, I think, interesting show for you today. I am going to be teaming up with at least one graphic designer, and we will be getting to know him really, really soon because I'm going to see, here's Skype. Is Skype going to come online? Yes, Skype is going to come online, so everything's going to work just fine. And I do need to get to where I can also see the text of the live stream, so I'm going to do that. And there I am. And there's my live stream. I'm really, really soon because I'm going to see, here's there. Because we are going to make some comedy t-shirts. Oh, look at that. Boink. Boink. There, that's good. So I'm going to bring our graphic designer online and I will describe a little bit more about what we're doing. If you're not sure what's going on, just stay online. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take cities. And one of the ideas is something like the Chicago mating. Tutur aizmugurē nedrīkst tā kā aizej kaut kur, kur es tev nevaru redzēt. Jā, jo tas bišķiņ traucē. So we're going to take like Chicago and we're going to combine Chicago with surfing. And it's going to be like the Chicago Surf Club. And we might, cool? You can say hi. There's Emmy saying hi. Stream quality has been automatically lowered. My stream quality should actually be pretty good. So we're gonna so you can, and Emmy, you could draw. Like you could draw the word Chicago or you could draw Honolulu. Sure. Yeah? Sure. Yeah. So just sort of hang out on the show and we will create a fun design.
But
so
I'm
like
gonna go and eat ice cream.
Alright, Emmy's gonna eat ice cream for now. It's going to be an hour. At the end of the hour, we will have a fun design for a completely impossible thing. And we're going to get our graphic designer on board.
Just call me if you need me.
Okay, mating. Video call. Let's see if this works. Hello. Now, is your name Jivan?
That's right.
Please tell me how to pronounce your name.
Just the way you did it.
Really?
Like in television.
Uh-huh.
And Ivan is pretty much familiar to everybody, I think. It's Jivan.
Hello, Jivan.
You did it really perfectly.
Okay, well, thank you. Jivan is a graphic designer. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for a living, and yeah, tell us a little bit about what you do for a living.
Okay. Nice to meet you. If there's anybody around here, so I'm a graphic designer from it's a small town in Serbia. I have graduated from Faculty of Arts. I have a Master in Fine Arts in painting, especially. And I'm a school teacher. I work as an art teacher for almost 20 years. It's a middle school here in Poland, and I really love designing. My specialty is t-shirt design. So that should be the start.
Jivan, we're honored to have you on the show. I just ran the intro called the Dinus.info TV show, but you know something that's really interesting. That was my grandmother's profession.
Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. And we're gonna see if we get some live feedback from the audience. But basically, we're gonna throw back and forth a few ideas. The idea is for us to have a design done in an hour. And I have a few sort of silly concepts already in mind. And since I grew up in Chicago, I think I want to first make fun of Chicago. And another likely city would be like Paris, and another one would be New York. And the way that we would make fun of Chicago is that because Chicago is in the American Midwest, there's no possible way that there could be a surfer there, right? Can you picture the Sears Tower that's now called the Willis Tower? Do you know what that tower looks like?
Just let me check.
Sure, you can. We can, and we. It's called the Willis Tower, but no Chicagoan that has any kind of, I don't know, sense calls it the here. Hold on. A picture of the, well, fine, Willis Tower.
Okay.
Images. Right. So that's sort of that's an iconic Chicago piece of architecture. As far as I remember, it's like 9 high-rises or 6 high-rises stacked onto the other high-rises, and that's why it has sort of that stacking look. And it used to be the tallest building in the world. And so this is already an image I kind of have to maybe 80-something% kind of worked out. So it would be something like maybe the silhouette of Chicago, and then a wave coming off of the Sears Tower, and it being like Chicago City, and then maybe we misspell Chicago, so we make it like Chicago, so that I don't get sued by somebody. But it would be like Chicago City Surf Club, and like maybe even like I survived the monster, or established 1846. And so now let's like start talking. We can like discuss the different graphic elements that would be in there. But it has to be Chicago, and then maybe like surfing, and established 1846 with like a star, and maybe like a surfing cow or something, because Chicago used to be maybe the cow is surfing, or maybe a person is surfing. And those are the ideas I have for Chicago right now. So maybe like some big wave coming off of Chicago. And it has to give the person who reads the t-shirt the impression that Chicago has a beach with waves, and it just doesn't.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so that would be Chicago. And then like another idea that came to my mind was something like, but this is just to have sort of more ideas. Something like, I survived the Paris oil spill of 1746, and then like you have the wrong year, and it's maybe some helicopters flying, and like the Eiffel Tower is, instead of an Eiffel Tower, it's also like an oil digging rig. So you combine the Eiffel Tower with an oil digging rig. Just an idea. And then something like New York City Alpine Ski Club, #1. These are just lots of. We're probably just going to go with Chicago, but these are just a few ideas just to sort of get out what's been sort of in my head about this design. And it would be like maybe even something like Milwaukee Alpine Ski Club. And so just to have a little bit of fun, just name a city that you think is a prominent city.
Okay, let me think why.
Well, just name a city.
Working on just name a city. Oh, let's say Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Let's do it with London.
Oh, London? All right, so London is known for fog, rain. And so the idea would be like, what could we do with London? We have the eye, like what's impossible for London? So you'd have that tower, and I mean an idea comes like, yeah, something like the London Alpine Ski Club. So for people that are joining me online, let's see if I have any suggestions yet. It's still the Sears Tower, right? Trees. Okay, well, we've got some. So, all right, so the idea, I'm going to tell our live viewers, the idea to mix up.
Should I start working
On Chicago?
on
You know what? Since we've got an hour, let's work on Chicago. Let's work on Chicago. And the ideas that we have so far are, hold on. What's Emmy, what's your idea?
I survived the London avalanche in Paris.
That's funny. It's 2 cities. So Emmy's saying I survived the London avalanche in Paris. And then you have to misspell France. Franze. What year, Emmy?
1946.
Well, that's a little bit of a war year. How about let's make it 2017?
Yeah, 2017. Or no, 2007.
2007?
Yeah.
Okay.
I survived London avalanche in 2007.
Right, but let's do Chicago. If we get one design out of this, that's great. But I mean, maybe some people. Let me chat this to you. This is actually pretty funny. I think that's kind of funny.
Yes, that's sometime.
And Chicago, so Chicago. But let's work with Chicago first. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, it is a good idea. I know I can make a suggestion.
Okay, we're gonna make a Chicago, but it's surfing. So we have to have the Sears Tower and a wave, and somebody surfing on the wave, and then it's got to be like Chicago Surf Club, established 1846. All right, hold on. Let's see, Chicago Surf Club, established 1846. We've got the Sears Tower as an image, a surfer, a big wave, and the, what's that called? The silhouette of the city. Something like that. I don't need that. Well, that's why my computer's baking. Chicago skyline. All right, so for the people watching, what we're doing, let's just don't forget this, what that's supposed to mean. All right, so for people watching, let me see. It's still the Sears Tower, mix up a city. Okay, so I don't have any sort of mixed up suggestions yet from you guys. And
Okay, I can understand in a while, so they might do some feedback.
Okay, great. And if you want, you can send me the Photoshop file and we can mess with it. All right, that's what I had. This Honolulu ski team, Paris Bulldozer Derby Club. Okay, fine. Here's some more. Svetlana. Hi, Svetlana. Rome. We got to do something again to mess with Rome. Can everybody hear me okay? Fans. Oh, that's my fan page. All right, we're messing with Chicago, everybody. There we go. All right. That's a good skyline. There's a night skyline. Use this one. That was me downloading something. Nope, it's not liking it. Oops. A big. That's ridiculous. Jivan,
Yes.
I'm thinking if you do some text, you can try like a font, something that's like a saloon font, because Chicago is in like an old Western type city. So I'm right now I'm doing a really horrible mock-up. I will show you mine in a bit. But if
I'm thinking to make a really pretty typical looking surfing shirt.
Ah.
Surf box that they saw. But I can make some. Let me make it first time.
Yeah, make it right. Sure. I'm just goofing around as well.
The second one with some white font, no problem.
Of course.
Just give me a while.
Yes. Absolutely. Okay, so we've got a bunch of people watching, and we are going to just make a ridiculous t-shirt design. And for right now, I'm actually going to change it to Chicago, so that Chicago City. I don't know. I think maybe I should leave it Chicago. And I've been doing so many really serious things with medical human rights and different forms of activism and social concerns and some things I'm not going to mention at the moment. And it's been so serious that I just wanted to do something really, really, really goofy on the show today. So one of the things that really, really hit me yesterday as I saw the Straight Pride Parade and how it wound up going down in Boston yesterday in the U.S. And it just made me really, really sad, because for me, the worst that should be happening is somebody might burn their funnel cake or something in an event like that. And to see the United States in such a state of contentiousness over a total non-issue made me very sad. So I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to do something goofy. So, Jivan, how are things looking? I don't hear you all of a sudden. I was not able to hear you. Are you able to hear me? Yeah, no mic. Might need to recall you. I'm going to hang up and I'll call you back. Or should I wait? Okay, I'll wait. I lip read, wait a second. Yep, I don't have audio from you right now. Sometimes I think I'm just going to call you back. Okay? You can hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, now I can hear you.
It's okay now. My phone was about to turn off. Battery exhausted. I'll have it in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Okay, that's fine. Do you want to see my really ridiculous, terrible version, or after you're done? I'm going to ask my audience, what do you think? Do you think I should go with Chicago or Chicago? Should I misspell the name of the city? I'm getting some kind of feedback here. Some friend requests. Barney, how to speak surfer dude. Barney skills.
Okay, here are some first samples.
Okay. Are you sending it via Skype?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna send you the pinnacle of horribleness. There's mine. Hold on. Skype, come on, give me Skype. Do you need to take a quick break? Are you good?
I will make a little break.
Okay, hold on. Before you go, check out my horrid.
I'm here, no problem. Don't
Okay.
worry.
All right, let's check it. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh my God, it's so great. This is going to be so cool. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Yeah, let's keep going with it. It's fantastic. I can't even believe what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh. Is this going live? Is this broadcasting? Do you see this? Is my audience seeing this? We're going to tweak this a tiny bit. We might change it to Chicago just to not keep Chicago Surf Club established 1846. The Sears Tower's back there. There's a surfer there. You need to take a quick break. Is that right?
Yes, I just want to take this.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk to you in 3 or 4 minutes. You take your break and I'll talk with my audience. This is crazy. Look at this shirt.
We are all for the company.
Yes, that's fine. I will just blab.
Bye.
Bye. Talk to you in a bit. Oh my gosh, everybody, look at this shirt. Oh, I got to bring it back on. Look at this shirt, everybody. Chicago Surf Club. Oh my gosh. It is incredible. I don't even know if we should change anything. It's so subtle. It's so amazing. This is incredible. Established. Am I allowed to use just Chicago Surf Club? Look at this. Established 1846. That is such a cool shirt. It's got the silhouette. It's got a surfer. Oh my gosh. I would make established 1846 maybe a little bit bigger. And then we'll put like a really silly hashtag maybe in there. Because I read that that a Barney is an untalented surfer. So we could add like Barney skills. Oh my gosh. Barney skills, which is just to make it a joke. All right, I'm going to do some legal searching. Am I allowed to use the word Chicago shirt? Am I allowed to use a city name on shirt design? Any legal experts? Can I design, print, and sell t-shirts with town names on them? You'll have to convince licensing. have to agree to give my la 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 la. The town, and this is not legal advice. The town name themselves, town names are not protected by trademark. Whether someone else has a protected trademark in the distinctive font text is a different issue. The distinction between children and adults shirts will not matter. See an attorney to help you navigate the process and possibly register your own trademark. Town names will not be generally protected. Yeah, you should really be discussing with a lawyer to get adequate guidance. You're my lawyer, everybody. There is a way to use town and cities with it. You need to... Oh, I'm going to ask a lawyer friend of mine. There. One attempt at some legal advice. Account. Are. We are making a ridiculous design. That is what we're doing. We are making the goofy, silly t-shirt design, and now I'm not sure if I'm allowed to use the word Chicago or if it should be Chicago. Look at that. Gosh, that Chicago looks amazing. Makes me really nostalgic. It's Sunday. Let's see. Am I allowed to use the Chicago city name on shirt design? Can I use city and state names? They found the worst Chicago map ever. Cities, countries, and flags. Chicago Tribune is not visible in Europe, which is incredibly distressing for me. Whoa. Got some more pictures from Javon. Chicago. So much better with Chicago. Okay, let's call Javon, who hit a home run in like 2 seconds. That's like amazing.
Hi, we're here again.
Hello, Javon. You know, the font that you chose for Chicago, it has me so nostalgic because I grew up in Chicago. And it's just like, I can't believe you hit a home run so fast. We can do a little bit of tweaking. It's so wonderful. It's so funny, and it's subtle. The white one, you don't see the spray, right? So you see how you don't have the spray in the white one that you sent me.
Okay.
So maybe but there doesn't have to be spray, I guess. So right where the Sears Tower is, look at that. Chicago Surf Club, I think, is perfect. I think we could make established 1846. Look how beautiful these shirts are. They're incredible. I mean, these shirts are amazing. We can make established 1846 a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And then I think that just to the right and below the word surf, we can add one more joke. And the joke is, let's see, I looked up like what some surfer lingo is. And I guess somebody called a Barney is a very inexperienced bad surfer. So I was thinking we could add like this text, Barney skills, right under the word surf and sort of curve it. Do you see what I mean? Right where it's dark. Emmy's saying no because your design is so lovely already.
Yeah, it's good. It's like
we don't
one
want to
joke. We don't want to like make it too much.
And Chicago, I don't think works. And I just looked up and we can do the yeah, because the first font is let's do Chicago.
Chicago.
And this one.
Chicago.
This one is the university, but right in here, Barney skills. I think that's funny.
What version do you prepare? First one?
The first version is just. Oh no, the second version. Hold on. This version.
Chicago.
No, I'll show you this one. I'm sending it back to you because it's so perfect that it has me a little bit choked up because I grew up in Chicago and it's really bringing back. So memories 51. Let me send this one. That one.
Oh, I see.
That one. Yeah. And my daughter's saying maybe the extra joke of Barney skills might be too much, but I think I think it's okay. We can try it. Let's try to put Barney skills in as sort of a curve right under where the word surf is, and then put the Barney skills, because a Barney is apparently somebody who's how to speak surf. What is a surfer expression? A Barney is a new and untalented surfer, so that might be kind of funny. And we'll try it, but I mean, we wanted to create a design in an hour, and I just wanted to make a joke out of it, but it's so good. For somebody who grew up in Chicago and hasn't been living in Chicago to see something like this, it really has me nostalgic. I think it's hilarious and it's absolutely beautiful. It's such a fun design. Look at that. It's really great. It really, really is. I didn't think this was gonna happen. I didn't think this design was gonna be this cool. Like this is just, you just totally like hit a home run for me. Look at how cool this design is, everybody. It's just amazing. Chicago Surf Club, established 1846, a surfer right in front of the silhouette of the city. Look at that. Look how cool that is. I can't even stand it. That's amazing. That's tremendous. And there are a bunch of other, like, I guess there's account. I just created an account here at this T-shirt place, so that's where I'm gonna upload it. There's another one. So while we're working on the finishing touches on the design, I think there's one called Spring Tea. I have to just turn it on so that I don't show my passwords to everyone. So I have to turn it on to just camera. There, you're gonna have to suffer by looking at my face. Because I have to find a password. Something like t-shirt, spring tee. No, it's not spring. Shirt. T-shirt 21. Okay, that one I already have. I think it's called like spring tee. Isn't it called spring tee? Is somebody watching that knows this? Hi, Franz. I'm just goofing around. Not sure. Cities in the public domain. Somebody's calling. Is that... So we made Chicago Surf Club, established 1846. I wanted to make I just wanted to make a really silly T-shirt, and I have a fantastic artist named Siobhan on the line, and I was just playing around. But this shirt is so cool; it has me a bit nostalgic for home. So I'm gonna try to find. I think it's called spring tee. Is it called spring tee?
Okay.
Oh, it's called Teespring.
Yes, I know about Teespring. It's a great place for printing T-shirts
Right.
and selling.
Teespring. So we're gonna do two because I know one. There's T-shirt 21. We'll upload it there.
I need to send you the PNG file.
Right. And we'll
So,
we'll photos.
Wait for your photos.
Okay, hold
I
on.
sent you another one.
You sent me another one. Okay, we're gonna take a look. The last one. Right, the Barney skills make much more subtle and small, and rotate to about between 7 and 8 o'clock. So right under the word surf, and make it kind of small so you can't really see it. So on the white one, it's the letters are white, and on the black one, the letters are this beautiful blue that you picked. And we might just get rid of the Barney skills because that's just a silly joke. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So we should try once again for Barney skills.
So for Barney skills, much smaller.
Okay, I need it. Just give me a second. I will send you some.
Okay, and inside the circle.
Inside the circle.
Inside the circle, much smaller, maybe a little bit, a few centimeters away from the word surf, and then curved along with the bottom line of that oval.
Okay, clear.
And then established 1846 a bit bigger. And then we're done. And we might just get rid of the Barney skills because it might just be too much. We might just go with your first design because it's spectacular. We'll just make 1846 a bit bigger. And Barney skills shouldn't all be caps. Maybe the B and the S should be cap and the rest should be lowercase.
Okay, just wait. I will need to change font.
Or we just leave it and call it because it's so there. I mean, that we kind of have to decide on because we don't have to get it. I'm gonna try to log into my Teespring account. Forgot password or log in. Maybe I can log in with Facebook. Oh, I'm logged in. Okay, so that's good. So I've got two kind of places. Start designing. Okay. Shirt craft. affiliate programs, T-Spy. Emmy? Wat vooruit nog?
Here comes another one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
In
Let's
a
see what we
sec.
think.
Here it is.
Right. The Barney skill's still smaller. Smaller and further away from the word surf club. Established 1846 is big enough now. And can even be maybe a tiny bit smaller. And Barney skills
Without.
and much smaller. You like
I
it
s-
without Barney skills?
Yeah, I still
You think Barney skills makes it worse? It makes it
yeah,
too busy?
like if someone is not a surfer, they read Barney skills. It's like what the fluff.
Right,
is
but that's
that?
the whole point. You're not supposed to know what it is. And Barney, I don't even know what Barney is.
It's like
A
I'm Barney.
Supposedly a Barney is somebody who doesn't know how to surf. I kind of think it's funny. Let's make it smaller and move it a little bit away from the word surf.
I kind of don't like it.
Emmy doesn't like it.
Whatever.
You with me, Siobhan?
Oh, I'm just changing the
Okay.
skills. Just give me a
Sure.
couple
Because-
of minutes.
And considerably smaller. Like even like a third smaller. If that, I don't know what size you're at. But if it's like if it's font 21, make it font 16. And a little bit away from the word surf. And it maybe we'll leave it then and it'll be like this sort of subtle touch. And I have no idea if it's funny or not. It might actually ruin the image. We might take it out later then. But for now, we'll put it in. Let's see if I have anybody online that can tell me. Ernest Brusubadis, a fantastic musician and conductor, the dad of every year. So none of us can compete with Ernest Brusubadis regarding dad awesomeness. It is an honor to have you watching. I'm just doing something silly. So, sveiks Ernest, es esmu darījis ļoti tāds. Sveiks Silvija, es esmu darījis visādas ļoti nopietnas programmas un basically, like I'll say this in English, I've just been doing so many really serious topics. that I just wanted to do something goofy. And the idea is to create, let me get a background that doesn't look so awful there. The idea is to create just a funny design, and so I figured one way to do it would be to combine cities with something that's absolutely not in the city. So here we have the Chicago Surf Club. It was established in 1846, which obviously it wasn't. And then I added a little hashtag Barney Skills. Apparently, if I've done my research correctly, how to speak surfer dude, what is a surfer expression. I don't want to use the word kook, but a Barney is a new / untalented surfer. So let's go here. Let's take a look at this version. Yeah, and you don't need to do you don't. Well, it's cool. You don't need to divide. You don't need to spread the letters out as much. They can be kind of tighter. Let's look. Just make the spacing a little. You can make the spacing normal. Let me download it and look at it. And I think, I mean, you really just, what's amazing, I mean, let me see if I can download it. You hit a home run with this. This is save to downloads, because then I can zoom in a little bit better. There's the Chicago Surf Club. And let's. Oh, I see. Yeah, Barney. Yeah, you can make it a little tighter. I think it's funny. If Barney means untalented, Emmy. Now it's good. Here. That's fine.
Okay, that is okay. But yeah.
Do you think it could be even maybe a little bit darker?
No.
We could add some shading to it on the black one.
This
No, or just leave Barney Skills there.
That's good.
It could go a little bit grayer.
No.
And established 1846. You cool with it?
I'm cool.
Chicago Surf
I like
Club
it.
established
I like it a lot.
1846.
I like it.
It's really a cool design.
Is Chicago even
Oh my
by the
gosh.
sea?
No, that's the whole point.
Oh! Yay!
That's the whole
It's
point.
awesome. Good job.
That's the whole point. We're gonna make fun of Paris, and we're gonna
I
make fun
can't
of
do it.
London.
I can only do it.
Oh my gosh, this is. But
But good job. Great. Awesome.
my daughter is giving us a thumbs up. She's my design counsel. Sure. Get it, I would say. I mean, I'm getting maybe a little bit moved closer to the word surf so that it's visually right in between surf and established, and then we're done. So for me, a little bit more up and to the left. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
And I don't know, maybe established 1846 can be 1 point smaller for my eyes, but otherwise it's funny also because it's ridiculous. That surfer's amazing, and on the black version, you see the black dots as kind of waves. And on the white version, maybe there could be the blue dots above the surfer's head, because I don't see them.
Yes, but you can see white dots on the blue area. It's just inverted. I can make it that way. Just give me some time.
No, what I mean, some blue dots above the surfer's head, where the black dots are in the black. It just seems to be a little bit less splashy. The splash sort of stops in the white version, and the splash is perfect in the black version. So these are really, really, really fine details. And then we'll upload, and that font you chose for the word Chicago. I mean, I'm just going to go with the advice I found online that So the New York City logo thing that they use, that someone has trademarked, but you can't. They're saying that I'm getting the response that you can't. That it's perfectly fine to use the city name. Let me check here. Yeah, right. Chicago Tribune had an article about it. Yeah, see an IP lawyer for help. Whatever. Make sure the images you are using are not protected. We're allowed to use the word Chicago. And also, this is satire, for sure. See if we have any additional comments. Oh, Sister Irene, how are you? That's my daughter's spiritual godmother. Let me come back here. Great to have you watching, Sister Irene. Emmy's doing great. And thank you for your prayers and for your support. We're just doing something silly because on my shows and in my life, I've been doing so many serious things. So we decided to do something sort of fun and silly, and we're gonna upload this Chicago Surf Club design. It's just wonderful.
Another one.
Another one. All right, we're doing some very, very fine tweaking. I don't know what this is. This is a personal message of some kind. Come on. I mean, there. Let's see. And then on the white one, the splashes above his head. Now definitely reduce the opacity of them. So they're still there, but not quite as much. Within the oval. So we'll just reduce them a bit. Because it also looked kind of, I mean, then I hope you're doing it in layers and stuff, because it even looked kind of clean without it but just, can you dial it back some, the splashes in the white version?
I'll try now.
Okay. So I would say what's above the surfer's head, or what's in that white version, 50% opacity on the splashes, maybe even less, just so there's some splashing there, because it was very, very white. And that looks to me to be the last detail. Let's see, we can... Oh, I'm seeing one more I'm seeing another detail. The number's 1846, the font is great, but let's make sure that you can see each individual number. So 1 and 8 look to be compressed. They look to be colliding a bit. Let me zoom in on that. Right, the 18 is colliding. So we can pull the number 1 a little bit to the left away from the 8. And then just reduce the opacity on the splash above the surfer's head in the white version. Barney Skills is really funny. It's subtle. Yeah, we're looking really good. Chicago Surf Club. Okay.
Okay, I did it all. Just let me save it and send it to you.
Okay.
Okay, here it is.
Right, 1846 you can read, and there's a little bit less splash. I mean, I can't believe we did this in an hour. And the font that you chose for Chicago, literally, it started getting me miffed. It started like making me feel homesick. So I guess I need the file, and now I'm going to load it up. One of them is called T-shirt 21. The other one is called T-Spring, and I will load it up. And if anybody wants to buy this absolutely tremendous design, then you'll get the link. Let's take care of that still, and I'll upload them. I mean, that's just incredible.
Now I will need about 15 minutes
to do the whole
one because there's a lot of on black parts which should be negative space.
Right.
And it will be a one color print, the blue one we use. And you'll get two files, one for the black shirt and another one for the white one. So I need about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, then let's come offline so that you can let's get off the air so that you can concentrate.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
You'll get everything via Skype. I don't know, in 15 minutes.
Okay.
At max.
Okay, thank you very much. Talk to you in a bit. Okay. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's the result of today's Dynast.info TV show. Within a half an hour, you should be able to purchase the Chicago Surf Club established 1846 t-shirt on various links and various t-shirt websites. I'll possibly be building out this concept and making fun of other cities like Paris and London, and we'll see what other cities come into our vizier. You can make some suggestions. I just am absolutely moved. I will post Jevon's link to his artistry. I can't believe he did what he just did. He just knocked it out the park. Look at this Chicago Surf Club 1846 t-shirt. It literally has me homesick with I'm welling up here. Look at that. Look at this Chicago font. Look at the silhouette. There's a surfer dude surfing, and of course there's obviously no surfing on Lake Michigan, everybody. I mean, the whole point, that's the whole joke, right? So I'm going to go off the air. I might come back online in a little while. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And when this t-shirt is available, I will post links on the show link, and people can buy Chicago Surf Club t-shirts. established 1846 because we've all been we've all been surfing in Chicago since 1846. See you, everybody. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.